Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Fredder. A lot of people asked me to do a tour of my world, so I'm going to do a tour, no tutorials, anything like that. If you guys see something that interests you, shoot me a message. I'll be happy to tell you how I did it. I am on Xbox. This is not a PC version. Some of the stuff in here was done with duping, so here we go. This is my lookout tower, sitting in an iron. You can kind of see down in my village in the background. You can see what's affectionately known as the war dreidel amongst the guys on my server. Got a marketplace down there, which we'll get a closer look at. Prison over in the background, and nightclub, which hopefully by the time we get to it, it'll be night, so you can kind of see what it does. Some of this stuff is from when I originally started. Didn't really know much about the game. A lot of it just carved out of dirt and stone. It's the underground grotto, heated, of course. Nothing super crazy around here. Pumpkin patch, iron tree. Portal so I can get to the nether. Here's just the basic grounds of my castle. That door down there leads to a mine. Nothing truly special, so I won't waste your time. I'll go inside my castle. Say hi to the dogs first. I guess puppy mills are not endorsed by Xbox. Whatever. First we go downstairs. This castle is the first thing I built in the game. This was my original storage, original workshop area. A couple beds, so people can, turn it to night so we don't have to work in the daytime. This is on peaceful mode, by the way, no monsters. I don't feel like having my stuff destroyed just yet. This was the original armory, where I kept everything, anything you might need to build. Tools, dirt and gravel, trash can. A few furnaces in case you need to make whatnot. First duping kind of negated all that. And we have library, which of course is not without a hidden switch, which opens up a down passageway, which you can close back up nice and neatly. This was my second storage, my original hidden storage, where I kept everything I thought was going to be hard to find in the game. Now it just is kind of my backup, so I can store things. I don't have to go down too far. I think I need that. Carry bow with me. Alright. This was my original first safe. Now it's just my target practice range. Storage for miscellaneous, whatever. I'm going to put my arrows in. There's my arrows. Okay. Oh, this is also snow, randomly put here. They said it melts indoors. It hasn't melted. It's been there for I don't even know how long, but it's borderline infinite, so I'm going to go ahead and say that it's not going to melt, and they may have been mistaken. We'll light that back up. Hidden room first. You can see, look behind the painting. Nifty trick I found online. Use a couple signs to hold it up. If somebody runs too fast, bad day for them. Same thing, more hidden storage, and I now have a lot of maps. I duped them one day by accident, so I filled every box out of sheer boredom. I have a hole, which if we go down it, I was mining for slime, and I was having no luck, and saw a couple things online that said to build a nice huge cavern. So I dug a hole down the bedrock, and with the help of some TNT and a few friends, I went through and blew a lot of stuff up. This was the first safe room. You just kind of see the size of the room that I had to make to get slimes. I start filling in some of the blocks, but I don't really use this room for much anything else anymore. It's just empty space. Blew the bottom out of a couple lava falls. That's the mark of a duper, I guess, leaving redstone untouched. Come on. back up. And back up we go, not much down here. I started the tour off in my house just because it's kind of got it's more of the beginnings of what I've done. And there's a lot of little hidden rooms and whatnot, so I'll start there. Then I'll kind of move out to the rest of my world, which I do have other people building in. So I'll show you the things they've started, some finished, some not. You get to see Chris's famous half-done pirate ship. I didn't realize how long these ladders were. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Okay. As per usual, more hidden rooms. This was before I realized how useful pistons would be. It's actually before the piston update, but good thing. Another hidden room, nothing too crazy. But if you look around, there's always another nook or cranny to go. Nothing too exciting down here, just your basic coal and stuff. I think I built this room before the duping too. And I think I stopped here. Yeah, that's pretty much just more hidden storage. I originally had my world open to a lot of different people, so I moved a lot of stuff around that where nobody would really know what was what. Now there's just so much stockpiling of stuff, it really doesn't matter. I'll show you my actual vault shortly. And you can kind of see what I mean by it doesn't really matter what I'm missing. Alright, so light that back up. And, there we go. Okay. Alright, downstairs. These rooms are pretty basic. I didn't do a whole lot to them. Just quick piston switch. This leads to a mine. I walked down here, but that literally is just a hallway to bedrock. There's not much down there. It leads back up at another end. If you go through this door, it will lead you, your choice. You either go to the courtyard outside or to another mine. I didn't realize it at first, but a lot of my mines started connecting to each other. So there's like this mine will actually go through to that one. Which I guess because I got lost a few times, I just randomly dug. Not much on this room. It's a room with a water floor. It's kind of boring. Alright, this is another mine entrance. I don't use these much. Let's see. Right, chisel rock. Another hidden switch. We'll get rid of that. Close up the hole again. Now we're going to walk down a nice long hallway. Get another hidden switch. And this is my underground vault. It's floating in the middle of a cavern I blew out completely. There's about 100 chests, I think, in here, maybe a little less. The walls are obsidian, sandwiched around lava. So even if they do break through the obsidian on any of there's lava on both ends of it. Diamond floor. Underneath the diamond floor, there's just stone, but there's more lava underneath it. And same thing, there's pretty much enough diamonds, gold, redstone, iron. I mean, I'll never really run out of anything. I think some of these are empty. No, more iron ore, maps again, coal. Of course, probably should turn off the autosave, but in fact, actually, I think I will do that as soon as it comes back on. That way, it's probably take me another half hour to get through the rest of the world. I don't think you just need to keep seeing this. We all know Mojang's new office is cool. It'd be cooler if they would get with the new update so we could have creative mode. I'll choose. Same thing, just more stuff. Bone, sandstone, lava buckets, flint, glowstone. I got pumpkins in here somewhere. I got pumpkins, slime. That's basically everything. It's just another switch to shut it off from the inside. And that's pretty much my main vault. I've got stashes all over this world, which you guys will definitely get to see. Some creative, some not so creative. That's pretty much for the downstairs of my house. We're going to go upstairs, master bedroom area. You can tell this is my beginning builds because there's not much. It's the way of fancy stairways. They're all, my friend calls them head knocker stairways. You spend your time smashing your head against the wall because they're chiseled really roughly. Alright, this would be the master bedroom. Nothing too spectacular, nothing really original. These are dispensers for shovels and picks. I don't have to keep making them. I just kind of go up there, hit one when I need it. Over this way, this would be the... this room started off as just a lookout, so you can kind of see more stuff at night. That's the marketplace. That's actually a mushroom house down there, which I will show you. There's the pirate ship, kind of finished, but kind of not. You can get a small glimpse of my farming area down there, which I will show you guys in a little bit. And then all the way in the back corner is the beach resort. If you go up these stairs, this actually is the shower. Very crude. This was like day one of pistons, so I put pistons pretty much everywhere. Just water sitting on top of a piston. It pulls this block out. That's really about it. Nothing too crazy, but I think I built 20 things out of pistons in the first hour. I was trying to use them as much as I could because it was a new toy for the day. Alright, we got two rooms down here, just little offshoots rooms. Nice floor. Nifty little fireplace, probably one of my favorites that I've made. This is my friend John's house in the background, which is not done yet. That's my tree house, which I will show you guys. My friend Major Meat's house all the way over in the background, and these towers that you're seeing are the towers that lead up to my elevated rail that runs around the entire world. I got tired of walking from place to place after spawning and whatnot, so another elevated room, same things, more waterfalls. There's a better look at the treehouse. You can kind of see that treehouse actually goes straight to the top of the map. There's nothing higher than that. A little better look at the farming area, you can kind of see. Alright, so now we're going to take a trip. We'll go down on the first floor. A glass tube. That is my friend Demi's house over there. That is his underwater house, which is pretty nifty. If I can remember how to get to it, I will show you what it looks like from the inside, but at the very least, I'll show you from the outside. And down there is my boathouse, which currently now doesn't house any boats. Alright, so take the express down. I never really liked water elevators. They took a little too long, I guess, so it's a straight drop to a puddle of water. Alright, this is my underwater house. As you can see, completely underwater. Floating mushrooms due to the glitch with the half blocks. So I usually pick them up. There's the water. This whole area originally wasn't underwater. It was a mountain, but it just happened to be in the right spot so I could put the drop tube off of my bedroom. So I decided to blow up and remove the mountain. That was all done without TNT. That was done 100% by hand. It took entirely too long, but it needed to be done. That's the pillar that we just went down, and you can see where the mountain used to be. A little closer view of the pirate ship. So now I'm going to start walking around the outside grounds so you can see. This is my farm area. This right here is just storage. Everything I harvest, everything I need to keep them running. The farms do work on their own for the most part. This is my first cactus and sugarcane farm. You can see cactuses are above, they drop. You walk through, they'll start to collect. They only work when you're within 120 blocks of your area, so they will not work if you are further away. The things will stay idle and not grow. The sugar cane is run through with a piston self-extractor. As you can see, if you look at the counter on the bottom, you can see roughly how much you wind up getting. I started with the sugar cane. Obviously, I duped a lot of this stuff, the pistons and whatnot, but I found it more amusing to start growing this stuff. So I'm intending on building a massive library and then stockpiling sugar cane to make paper, to make bookshelves, to continue the library idea, which eventually will come here. I have not started that yet. So I'm just going to dump this stuff off. Let's see, I think it's this one. Yep, here we go. You can see, I mean, it's three full stacks and a handful, just from one pass. And every 10 minutes, sugarcane, we know, grows super fast, especially with the light above it from the cactus, so it kind of flies. Yeah, we're going to go this way. I'll show you my wheat farm, which is right through here. The wheat farm is not self-planting, that you do have to plant, but it is self-harvesting. Pull this lever, opens up the pistons, water in the back, completely levels it, drops it down to the 2 waters on the side that all funnel right to the 1 collection plate. The glass that's in the middle covers water. The reason why the water is there is to keep the soil moist. That way the wheat grows faster. Otherwise it takes twice as long. We'll shut this off. We'll see it dry up. I'll drop in here, collect the wheat. You don't have to retill it. It usually stays pretty well. Let's just throw that in there for the time being, the seeds and whatnot. Alright, so we'll replant that another day. Alright, this is a fast track cart ride, which I will show you. The cart is actually down the other end, but I don't feel like walking, so. There's the button. Yep. There we go. And we'll go down to where my cactus farm is. There you go. That's the other cart. Yeah, so it's set up there. So this is my second attempt at a cactus farm. I went a lot bigger than my original design. You can kind of see what it does. The cactus grows up a block. It is not able to sit next to another block, so the cactus drops off, hits the water in the bottom. Water in the bottom funnels its way down. Same as the wheat farm, goes into a collection pot right at the bottom. If you stand here for about 5 minutes, you'll get probably 2 full stacks of cactus. Cactus is going to provide the green dye for the carpets in the library, so a lot of this actually has a purpose, although I wanted to really see if I could just make them and see if they would function. It's a back door to the sugarcane farm. Take this ladder down. You'll see my mushroom farm. Mushrooms need to grow in the dark, so I made sure I buried this. And mushroom farm, same as the wheat farm, it's a water extraction. I'm going to pull this, and you'll see water opens up in the back, and it will flood down all the mushrooms except for the mushrooms that are on the sides. Those are your seed mushrooms. That way you never have to replant them. Those mushrooms will grow through the middle, and then since mushrooms will produce 9 blocks over, it'll continuously just keep throwing mushrooms over and over and over. But you still need to be within the general area for the mushrooms to grow. It's the only downside to the farming. I don't know if it's like that on the PC. If it isn't, I hope they add that to the Xbox, because it would be nice if these things kept functioning on their own. Pull the switch, and you hop at the bottom. If you look at my lower quick draw bar, you'll see I get about 50 of each type of mushroom. And mushrooms do grow a lot slower than all the other crops, but you also don't need them as much. But because of their power with mushroom stew, it kind of makes sense to grow them. Alright, so let's see, where do we want to go from here? Let's see, we will check out my cobblestone farm. I guess factory, might be better. Uses lava and water to make cobblestones, basically exploiting the game's standard chisel them off. They drop on the bottom. This is a two-layer cobblestone farm. They go through the bottom. I do believe I have it turned off. The maintenance here. Yeah, it's turned off. I don't use pulsers. I found pulsers to be too erratic, so I use minecarts. I can control them a lot better, and they work at a better speed for me. This one is just a minecart system with 2 pressure plates, and it'll just keep spinning. You chisel, and then it'll run through. But it's just a lot easier to control than the pulsers. The pulsers tend to glitch out over a certain amount of time, so I work with the minecarts. They work a lot better for me. Let's see. Where to next? I think I have a boat on me. I do. Come on, boat. Alright, so check out my friend Sci-Fi's house real quick. This is more or less just the shell of the house. We haven't really done anything else to the inside. He just kept building layers up. As you can see, they get exponentially larger. There's a door. Those Harry Potter fans will understand the cupboard under the stairs reference. You can kind of get what the house does as you go up. Every floor you move up, there's a section of glass floor, so you can see all the way down. And the floor, you can kind of see how high up it goes. There's no way to get up to those floors just yet. So that's your basic outline of the house. Eventually he'll get in here and finish it, but everybody works in their own world, so it's kind of difficult to keep up. I have a couple of projects that I've started that I haven't gotten to finish yet. So now we're going to take a boat, and we're going to find our way past the pirate ship, and we'll go down to the beach resort. Now, when I'm on Skim Pack 2, the newest just came out, using the Elf Skim Pack, in case anybody's curious. You can kind of see. There he is, in the corner. I will show the boat at some point. I'm going to kind of walk around the rest of the world first. I figured it'd probably take about 45 minutes, I guess, to get through the whole world, everything that's in here. And I'll come back to the end of the castle. I'll show you the inside of the boat, and I guess I'll end it probably with the treehouse. This is one of the few wooden structures I have, aside from the treehouse. They're kind of dangerous. I try and steer clear of them. There's obviously one small mistake, and hours worth of work is then gone. And I constantly have a Zippo on me, so that would be a bad thing. Alright, so here we go. Beach house, I don't need to go through and show you all the standards. I mean, obviously chairs and whatnot, but to give you an idea of the layout inside. Real basic, square. This will be kind of cool once they allow you to have the NPC characters, although from the looks of it, I don't think they're going to allow NPC characters to populate worlds that were already existing, but whatever. If it is, that's what it is. I've rigged the waterfall up to turn off. Another one of my piston adventures. Just for the sake of it, I guess. Doesn't really serve a purpose, so it looks cool. Waterfall comes back on. Also makes a handy elevator out. Little pool, hidden edges, diving board, which is silly, but it's there. Alright, so we're going to take a ride to another room. I was looking, I still haven't found clay in this world, which is why you haven't seen anything built out of brick. Unfortunately, clay, this map is one of the ones that had no generation whatsoever. I've spent hours, friends have spent hours looking for clay. Can't find it in this world. I started looking underwater, just for the sake of it, just to see. Never found any, but I almost drowned and dug a hole, and, well, anyway, needless to say, the hole blossomed. So, now we have underwater survival, standard stuff, more hidden storage, whatever. There's also hidden storage in the beach house, by the way. Just diamonds stuff, and pretty much all the plants you need to grow: cactus, wheat, mushroom. Yes, indoor trees. You kind of see how it's grown. There's dirt, a little bit of water, a lot of glowstone, and the tree will grow. Just try and give it a lot of height, and if you put too much height too much over it, it will not grow. It'll just sit there as a sapling. Mushrooms, in case you need them. Sugar cane. This, if you haven't seen this before, is a sand generator. This one also used for gravel. Pretty much all you do, over and over, and you do it long enough, and you'll see sand and gravel will continually reappear. This is another lava blade that makes cobblestone, so you can kind of see how that works. Lava hits the water. The trick of this is to make sure the water ends on its own, otherwise you'll wind up with obsidian instead of cobblestone, which will defeat the purpose. Here, now you can kind of see how that works. It's got the pressure plate, and it'll just keep running around, constant circles. That works through saves. It's a lot easier, like I said, for me to use. I don't have to worry about pulsers I had bad luck with. So we'll go down to this room here. I kept it nice and dark down here so you kind of can't tell, but nothing really done down here, just hollowed out. It's the makings of, whatever next room I decide it to be. Never really figured it out. I might donate to someone if they decide to build on my world and they're looking for a good start. This would definitely be all they would need for at least some climbers. Enough diamonds and iron and tools up there, so they probably wouldn't even have to mine for a while, if at all. Alright, so let's see, we'll leave here. And I guess we'll go through my village, my marketplace area. I got this timed, so if you don't know where it's at, there's a good chance you'll drown. The glowstone that I have down there in those two spots, that's just for marking for me for now. That's eventually going to go away. That way I'm pretty much the only person who knows its location. The only thing I didn't realize when I built this, it's so close to the end of the map. I was limited as to how far. This is the border of the map right here where I'm at, so I have to watch. I can't really dig out very far. I hate when it does that. Let's see here. Another boat? Another boat. There we go. It'll probably be the last boat I need anyway. Everything else will be minecart, so that should be good. And you can see some of my rail system. I lifted this spot up because of the boat. I guess in case the boat ever decided to move on its own, which is not realistically going to happen, but there's more for effect, I guess. I also lifted it up high in a couple other spots just so it doesn't get in the way when you're building. I have a lot of people that built them underground. My friend Meats World, they built it underground, which is good, but you got to be careful where you're digging because obviously you'll find a way to destroy something, dig through someone's house or whatnot. My world has also been nicknamed Waterworld by anyone who's played in it. It rains probably 90% of the time in this world. It wasn't. I don't believe it was a seed when I made it, but if it is, and you like rain, this would be the world that you want to play in because it just doesn't stop. So I think we'll be able to check out my friend Meat's house real quick, then I'll walk over to the village. Everyone's house in the area, I built one of these pillars, that way they can get to their homes. We kind of built in this one general area, but for the most part we did spread out. The other guys, so they're all the way at the back of the map, and it just got to be a hassle. It's a real simple house, very clean looking though. Kind of reminds you of an Aztec temple or something, I don't know. Hallway. This just goes down to a mine. Bedroom with a lava floor. If you don't know what you're doing when you run through, you will die, as you can see. There's also a lava waterfall around here, and a regular waterfall. You see all the electronics under here. This is a piston-activated bridge that I made. Same thing. First day I started making piston projects, I decided this would be a fun thing to build, so I see it drop straight in. I left a couple blocks just so it looks like regular terrain, I guess, but why did that not come up? Just chalk that up to the game glitching. You can see the redstone repeaters are lit, so I don't know what that's about. So I'll try it one more time, see if it corrects itself. Okay, back up. There we go. Alright, so from here we're going to go over to the club again in the background, club it. This will be my little village. I'm going to throw a bed down real quick and actually we'll go to the club first, then we'll come back and visit the village. So you can kind of see what the club looks like at night. I built a bunch of little homes, nothing special, very minimal, but each one's got a bed, storage. I'll show you a couple of them, but let's go to the club first while it's nighttime. Isn't really a good way to get to the club. I don't have a walk path or anything, so find your way around. There used to be a house on here, affectionately dubbed the Ward House. This just seemed like the right spot. Game's getting a little glitchy here. Let's put flashing strobe light in the ceiling. Same thing, train track, a couple pistons, glowstone. Kind of see them activating right there. A little glass just to hide it in. But Moody nightclub, regular little bar. You can kind of see glass floor, which was intentional. I'm going to go down there in a second and show you how that works. There's the prison looming over there. Since I showed you the club, now I can make this daytime so it's not so... Don't bet on me. That's it. This is the underground electronics for the club. Power switch to turn off the music. Turn that off because unfortunately that lags out my game significantly. Too many of the train tracks running at once will confuse it. I should just hit more hidden storage, just miscellaneous things, whatever I use to build a club, things like that. The pressure plates on the floor, I thought I was going to be able to make tables on top of fence posts, but you cannot do that yet in the Xbox version, so unfortunately that kind of sits there. One quick step over here. This is my first cobblestone farm slash sand factory slash gravel factory. Here real quick. All these are run off of the train tracks. If you go straight forward, there's maintenance. You can see my train track constantly going. Powers the whole thing. Run down this hallway. There we go. And turn around and just endless cobblestone will just keep generating. Go through this doorway over here, and here we have the sand generator and the gravel stone generator. And they're both separate. I didn't combine them on this one. As you can see,